tonight.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man complete. That's Phillips. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll look to throw here. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Throwing here, Purdy. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big pickup of 38.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. The Niners are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners are 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
A very solid gain of 27. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And that one not fooling anyone. It'll go down as a completed pass, but it will lose a big chunk of yardage. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. There he goes, right side. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Back to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Now he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. Shoving through the defense. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football?
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 33 yards. And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Now out come the Giants. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. He'll look to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Come on. 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
That's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, That's an excellent job defensively to force them into fourth down.
And his kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Here comes 3rd down at 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And that is incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Moody good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he goes out right around the 39.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a giant jumped early. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Back to throw here. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll look down the field here for Kincaid. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was the Packers who get the win at home. Jordan Love leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Ramondre Stevenson, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Josh Jacobs, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the...
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Back to throw, Purdy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Purdy now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giant, he's got the lane, and there he goes.
goes.
And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. McCaffrey on the counter takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Running the jet sweep, Thornton. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Back to throw. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. From the 41, here's second down and 3. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Ayuk going to go in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And now off to the races down the right side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Looking to throw. Purdy. He's got it. Touchdown. Tyquan Thornton. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by Phillips. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Back to throw again. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On first down, this is Forsett. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Forsett again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And the 49er hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Now Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Play action. Now Purdy. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Purdy bootlegging it. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Purdy firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point try now for Moody. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 9-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and really it looked at times like they just had this one